entre nos mains, un être cher, la terre. On peut la ressentir à chacun de nos gestes. Tous ensemble, on peut soigner ses plaies. Il y a tellement de choses à dire, mais comment faire?
Chaque jour sur internet, à la télé ou dans la rue, les mêmes images défilent, trop de déjà-vu. Tu vois cette gravité, tellement banalisée, et la terre qui crève peu à peu sous notre nez.
Dans ce
Monde de misère, de guerre et de malheur,
entre usines et centrales,
peu de couleurs.
nos sols exploités pour nourrir l'humanité.
Et nous, tout essoufflés par notre air massacré. Sans voir la cage,
Tout est possible si on arrête ce carnage. On fait la guerre aux rivières et aux mammifères. Les glaciers sont éphémères comme le niveau de la mer.
Formaté, on s'en bat de la biodiversité.
diversité,
Nos espoirs envolés,
nos rêves bétonnés.
regardez sa pureté, sa fragilité. Venir condamné,
Est-ce notre seule destinée?
Un espoir, une force, un avenir, un idéal, une expérience, un sourire. Présent conscient, toujours prêt à faire face. Y'a que des combattants ici dans la place. Un espoir, une force, un avenir, un idéal, une expérience, un sourire. Présent conscient, toujours prêt à faire face. Y'a que des combattants ici dans la place.
Des solutions existent, arrêtez de tricher.
S'abstenir de construire
Pour ne plus détruire.
Cesser de surconsommer, apprendre à mieux se comporter. Cesser de se mentir pour apprendre à s'unir.
je sais que tu pleures des larmes
Larmes
noires
noires sur l'océan,
Tu pleures
à mourir de désespoir.
Je te demande si encore,
Un jour ton cœur tiendra,
car si un jour il s'arrête,
je sais qu'on le paiera.
Devant mes yeux,
Il y a des inconscients, des gens qui veulent juste
vers les innocents, incapables de voir.
un désastre arrivé.
Moi je marche et je réfléchis
à comment les réveiller.
Entre mes mains, j'ai le pouvoir
D'imaginer
d'imaginer une planète
dont les plaies seraient refermées.
Je rêve de voir ce qui nous reste
L'humanité se rebeller. Comment changer sans faire face aux vérités? On t'a arraché ce qui te restait de vivre. Que c'est bientôt fini. Que de sourire. Tous de mourir, de mourir, de mourir.
Un espoir, une force, un avenir, un idéal, une expérience, un sourire. Présent conscient, toujours prêt à faire face. Y'a que des combattants ici dans la place. Un espoir, une force, un avenir, un idéal, une expérience, un sourire. Présent conscient, toujours prêt à faire face. Y'a que des combattants ici dans la place.
Merci, merci.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Energy Bits final event and awards ceremony. Well, let's start with a big clap to our musician student who wrote and played the Energy Bits soundtrack. It was meant to be one of the video of the Energy Bits competition. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Well, as you know, youngsters are the heart of this project and the core to any sustainable change in Europe. So, as you know, they also are our bits of energy, right? So another big clap for them, please. What is Energy Bits? That's a good question, right? Well, Energy Bits is a cross-media project aiming at raising awareness on energy issues, especially among youngsters, such as you all. Thank you for being here. But what does cross-media mean? Do you have any idea? What do you think of when we say cross-media? Media is not only about TV or about the internet or online gaming or asking people to share their own experience. Actually, cross-media is a mix of all of these. It's a platform where we ask youngsters, just as you, to share their experience and to be the change. So this is Energy Bits, and for this, let me introduce you to Vincent Berruto, Head of Unit at the European Commission, who supported the project for a general introduction.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to everyone. It's not so usual for me as a Commission official to be surrounded by singers, so that's a very lovely thing. I'm very pleased to represent the program that has supported this event. It's the Intelligent Energy Europe program. It's a program to convince citizens like you, but also the public authorities and the businesses, the private organizations, to reduce their energy use and to consume more renewable energy so that our energy landscape becomes cleaner and more secure in the future. And in that program, we supported more than 700 projects. But I think this project is very special and is very close to my heart because of two reasons. First, it's very innovative and involves really communication experts and big communication experts like RTBF who are on board, and that's very good. And the second reason why I'm very proud of this project, it's because it addresses youngsters. And the young generations are very important. You guys are very important because you're the adults of tomorrow. So tomorrow you will have to take important decisions regarding the place you want to live in, regarding the lifestyle that you want to adopt, the goods that you want to purchase, but also the way you want to organize your mobility. And for all these decisions, you will have, everything will be in your hands, and these decisions will have a major impact on the energy in Europe. So the energy issues are very important for us and for you youngsters, and this is why I feel so proud of this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now let's move on with the coordinator of the project, Mrs. Daniela Melandri. She will explain you what the project is about.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us, for being here tonight with us. Okay, I'll be very, very quick because this is a project that you don't have to hear, you have to watch, and you have to enjoy. So what the project is about, actually I'm very pleased to introduce you the consortium. First of all, has been a consortium made by 9 media players, 3 universities, and one coordinator. And let me introduce you Brooke Lapping from UK, a production company, Brunel University, UK, London, CTI from Greece, Hafen City University from Germany, Herofilm from Czech Republic, TVC TV Catalunya, from Spain, Tralaler from Paris, France, Radio Television de Slovenia from Slovenia, RTBF, our guest, Rai Educational from Italy, MED from Italy, Thessaloniki University from Greece, and the small coordinator Inejada from Rome. It's a project that has 4 major pillars. The first pillar is the serious game. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You will see it, you will play with us. The second pillar is 24 documentaries made by this consortium and other 10 made by associated partners out of the consortium. It has been a very, very challenging experience for us working even with partners that are not belonging only to Europe, actually. And the third pillar is an interactive web documentary. You're going to play with us even on the iDoc. And the fourth pillar is you. It's made by our youngsters. It's made by our students. It's a video challenge, and we are very pleased tonight to award the winners of this challenge. Thanks very much again, and just enjoy the project.
Thank you very much, Daniela Melandri. Well, thank you for this short introduction. And now we are very curious to find out what EnergyBits is. So let's start discovering the various parts of the project. And I suggest, first of all, we start with the serious game. So for this, let me call on stage Pascal Garot and Léa Malouf from Tralaler, who have made the game with scientific support of the university belonging to the consortium. Pascal, first question. Is it possible to learn while having fun?
Well, that's a nice question. Yes, of course. I mean, the whole thing for us, doing serious games is that we really believe, and I think you will agree, that if you learn, you should have fun. And in fact, various studies we have shown that the more you have fun, the more you learn. The more you are motivated, the more you recall what you've been learning, and the more you're active in the classroom. So I don't know if we have teachers, but I think they might agree on that as well.
So you mean you can have fun and learn at the same time, right?
You should.
Great. Well, I suggest maybe you can show us and explain us what the serious game is about.
Yeah, we'll be actually playing the serious game together, so I won't say too much. But the whole idea about the serious game is about change. I mean, that's the idea behind the project. And in the game, what we did is to give the player big powers. So as a player, if you play with us tonight, you have the power to change the world. It's a game, you know. So the idea is that you can be either yourself, it's kind of easy. You can be an industrial, you can be an architect, you can be a European commissioner sometimes. And you have to make decisions. And according to the decision you'll make, you will see the consequences of your actions in the game. And that's the funny thing about serious game, is that it's about experimentation. You can do whatever you want. It's kind of safe. It's a virtual world. You will not destroy the planet, but you can try and save it. And you will see what's going on according to what you choose. So that's the idea.
Okay, that's great. Do you want to play the serious game? Do you want it? Yes? Okie-do. Well, I suggest we make two teams. We have two different groups. We'll play with the kids. So group one, I would like to have here on stage Pamela, Diego, Miguel, Roger, Olympia, Antonia. You can come over here and stand on the stage, please. We're going to play all together the serious game. So that's group one. Pamela, Diego, Miguel, Roger, Olympia, Antonia, on the stage, please. So you stand up, right? Group two is Mathilde, Rémi, Antoine, José, Dimitra. You can come over here and you can sit on the stage. Rockido? That's group number two. Mathilde, Rémi, Antoine, José, Dimitra. You can sit on the stage. You will have 30 seconds to answer the serious game, right? So I suggest we can read the first instruction. Okay, game one. I guess we accept the mission. I guess I'm gonna read it actually. So the time has come, it's summer again. This year, no more holidays with the family. I'm going away with my best friend, Fred. We'd like to explore Europe for 2 weeks, but we have a tight budget. Help us find a solution for our holidays. So the first one, we say that tourism develops services related to the hotel and catering industry, but also the sports and cultural sector. Number two, the choice of transport mode and destination has consequences on pollution mitigation and energy consumption. And then, what a good idea to travel. They should use this opportunity to discover the different countries and cultures. So, well, buying an all-inclusive package with train and hotel in a sea resort. Or traveling with bicycle and staying with the locals. You can also rent a car and stay at cheap hostels or traveling by bus in Europe, but once arrived, walking or biking around. Or you can go to a travel agency and choose to fly as many European capitals as possible. What would you say? Take some time to think of it, but you can also try to find out some answer and tell us your opinion about that. What would you do in this case? Right, you got 30 seconds to think about it. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. What's your answer? Let's ask the group on the stage. Guys, you get a mic and you tell us your answer. Quelle est votre réponse? Number 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, traveling by bus in Europe, but once arrived, walking or biking around. Is that what would you do? Okido. What would the second group do? Number 3. Okido. Number 3 is renting a car and staying at cheap hostels. Why not? What would you guys do? What would you do?
Traveling with a bike and staying with the locals.
Nice as well. What would you do?
I think I'd do the same.
And here, what would you do, guys?
The fourth.
Fourth as well. Okay, we have to decide on one answer. Which one? Third or fourth? The fifth? No, one answer. The third or the fourth? Let's check here. What would you say?
I traveled with a bike too.
With the bike as well, yeah. And over here, what would you say?
I think the fourth.
What would you say? The fourth. Okay, let's go for the fourth one. Okay, second one, second game. But first, the results. Yes, so that's this one. The bus was a good idea. Thank you. Of course, you can do that as well at home, play your serious games. Anything to add?
Yeah, you got a great result because you have a sustainable result. If you see the game, your game, you can either be sustainable, bearable, equitable, or livable. And that's the whole thing. What you have to do is compromise. And the whole game is about getting compromise. You must have your 3 counselors happy. The social one, because you want people to be happy. You want the planet to be healthy, but you also want the economy to be going well. So your whole mission there is to make sure your 3 counselors are happy. When the 3 of them are happy, then you are sustainable. So in that case, as you could see before, the planet was rather happy because buses, if taken by many people, not if they're empty, but we suppose these buses were full, do perform well in terms of energy. In terms of economy, it's okay, you're having people working, and people should be happy because all together in a bus and having a lot of fun. So that's the kind of idea the game is trying to put forward. Okay? So for the next mission, you have to be very careful, kids, that you have to make everybody happy, and sometimes it's not easy. Environment, people, and economy. Okay?
Okay, let's go on with game 2 then. So, Sofia, I'm the mayor of magnificent and sunny little island. Unfortunately for us here, energy supply is expensive, irregular, and forces us to rely on the continent. Help me improve it. That's your mission. Right, so the island is not that rich. The return on investment must be positive. The island is rich with plants, landscapes, and animals. It's a true ecological treasure. It's important to preserve it. And the island's residents are fishermen and their families. They want a reliable supply of energy, cheap, and that is not overwhelming. What you can do: improve the energy efficiency of buildings and combine several clean sources of energy like wind, solar energy and stuff. You can also collect waves energy to produce electricity, install wind turbines along the coast or offshore, install a wood fuel thermal power plant or build a dam in a mountain to use the stream's energy. try to think of what you would do. And the countdown, we get 30 seconds to do it. Let's ask some of you what you would do. What would you do?
I think I would use the waves energy to produce electricity.
That might be a good idea, indeed. What would you do?
I think the first one, I will improve the energy of buildings and combine several sources of energy.
I agree with you. Could be a good idea as well. Maybe another idea? What would you do?
Maybe all of them, or yeah, mostly collect the wave energy produced through electricity.
Thank you. Let's see what the group think of this. We got 10 seconds left. Second round, okay. We got no time left. Okay, though, group over here. What's your answer? What would you say?
I would say first, the first one.
The first one? Yeah. So you mean improve the energy efficiency of buildings and combine several clean sources of energy? Might be a good idea. And you, what would you do, guys?
The second.
The second one? Collect the waves energy to produce electricity? Might be a good idea too. You agree with them? Yes? Well, let's see then. Well, you say the first or the second one? The first? The first one? Okay, first one. Okay, well, that's perfect then. You know what? We invite you all to play the Energy Bit Serious game and to challenge your friends, your colleagues, your family to play that game as well to see who can better change Europe and make it more sustainable. Well, I suggest we give them a big clap then. Thank you. You can go back to your seat. You can also play to the serious game right over here after the ceremony. Oh yeah, sure. And actually it exists in different languages as well, so it's not only in English, you get French and stuff, right? Okay, let's now go on to the core of the project, the documentaries, also known as the series. And to talk about the documentaries, I would like to invite Mr. Marcus Nickel as the editorial coordinator of the project.
Hello, yes. So it's about change. You actually already saw the documentaries. They were in the series game. Once you finish a game, you can go and watch the documentary to enhance your knowledge. You can, of course, also watch them before. They are online, so it's not just TV, it's cross-media, even with the audiovisual productions. We started to produce them by having a strong input from our scientific committee on what topics we should do our journalistic research. Second step was that we wrote scripts, we searched for good stories about these subjects. Then we decided together which of the stories were the best of them, and we went into script writing. We had to do that on a European base, so we had to talk a lot via emails, with meetings. Not an easy process, but it really was a great experience. And maybe if you're talking about energy, you see there's a lot of change in the energy industry. There's a change meaning that we had big power plants and we have more and more decentralized energy production. The same thing is happening in media. Energy Bits is an example of decentralized media production. I liked it very much for this. And I think it's proving that you can work with a big international team, big broadcasters, but also production companies, scientific experts, brought together for a certain purpose and working greatly together. Greatly, yes, for sure. We have been invited with Energy Bits for a variety of festivals. Actually, 3 of the films already won a festival. 3 films produced by Hera in Czech Republic, won a film festival in Slovakia. Congratulations to Sharka and her team. So a great thing, a great experience, and we will see now, I think first we will see a trailer, so that you get an impression of the series, and we have selected some of the episodes for you to watch and to enjoy. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A big clap for him. Thank you. Let's watch the trailer now. Okay, are you ready for the first documentary? Yes? You still with me? Okay, so the first documentary is Music CO2, right after the trailer when it's finished.
Necessito algú que m'ajudi. Això confirma la meva tesi que per canviar els hàbits cal fer un esforç.
Aquesta jaqueta texana, feta a partir de pantalons texans, eren dos pantalons, aquest i aquest, el de les mànigues i el del cos. Veus?
I mira, veus, ara estem gastant 200 watts i si diu el radiador aquí baix, mira com es dispara.
Hòstia, sí, quina pujada. Tu?
Sí, tu mateixa.
Farem una xeslong. Amb un coixí al damunt. Sí, amb un coixí al damunt.
Y un portátil.
Buenos días, señora. Vamos a ver qué nos da esta señorita en el día de hoy. Muchísimas gracias, señorita. Muchísimas gracias, señorita.
El gran objectiu de Som Energia és canviar el sistema energètic del país, o ajudar almenys en aquest canvi.
Thanks to TV Catalunya for this showreel.
Fantàstic que ens permet desplaçar-nos a ser un
And now, let's start our viewing with
d'un
TV
concert, les
Catalunya
bateries ja no són plenes i
with the first documentary, Music CO2. As you know, we are used to have renewables energy in our houses, in our buildings, right? But sometimes just a bike and a PV panel are enough to run the world. Let's see how. So actually we're going to watch the first 5 minutes of each documentaries, and after that you can watch
És realista pensar en
everything home.
concerts que no necessitin connectar-se a la xarxa elèctrica tradicional? Ho és si es té en compte la complicitat del públic. Avui en veurem un exemple.
Soc Walter González, soc músic i em dedico a la realització de concerts sostenibles. Els concerts sostenibles ajuden a donar-li un valor afegit a les nostres propostes musicals.
Enchufados al sol y a tus piernas. Enchufados al sol.
Ana, sí, que ya estoy aquí. Mira si puedes bajar a ayudarme. Venga, hasta ahora. El tricicle és un vehicle fantàstic que ens permet desplaçar-nos a zero emissions. Però quan retornem d'un concert, les bateries ja no són plenes i tenint una pujada molt gran per arribar a casa, sempre necessito algú que m'ajudi. Això confirma la meva tesi que per canviar els hàbits cal fer un esforç. Com que vivim al costat d'una cementera, el pols del cement embruta massa els panells solars i rebaixen, diríem, l'eficàcia, no? Aquests panells solars serveixen per a carregar les bateries en les que fem els concerts. És un complement, ja que en cada concert són les bicicletes les que s'encarreguen de donar tota l'energia. A més, si fos de dia, portarien els panells solars per a fer-los servir allí també.
El concepte emissió zero ve a definir tota activitat que té una necessitat energètica però no té cap emissió de diòxid de carboni com a element equivalent. Aleshores, pot ser des d'una activitat que fa servir una bicicleta o un esforç humà o una activitat que fa servir energies renovables per alimentar-se. Amb un concert d'aquestes característiques, que vindran unes 800 persones i hi haurà 3 hores de concert, això suposaria un consum de 10.000 watts-hora, per tant, uns 4 quilos de CO2.
L'Oliver és amb nosaltres des del principi. Dins del projecte s'encarrega de tota la part tècnica, del disseny i els càlculs i, a més, ha sigut el principal promotor de la incorporació de més bicicletes. Bé, aquí tenim el seromòbil. Porta tot el material que necessitem per a un concert petit. So, llum, cablejat, els corrons on acoblen les bicicletes. Funciona a tracció humana en una assistència elèctrica, en un motor que tenim aquí a la roda davantera i mitjançant que s'alimenta d'unes bateries que carreguen en els panells solars. Emissió zero és una utopia. Fins i tot el tricicle anant amb pedals i amb l'energia dels panells solars té una petita emissió, tot té emissió. Avui, per exemple, farem més o menys 100 quilòmetres en les furgonetes que van al concert i això vol dir que emetrem uns 20 quilograms de CO2.
Queremos vivir, eso lo entiende cualquiera.
And to talk about this documentary, please welcome Mr. Arcus. You can give him a big clap. Thank you, Mr. Arcus. Thank you very much. Can you tell us a few words about this documentary?
Yes, I have a lot of things to say about this documentary. Maybe the most important is that Walter, the musician that you have watched here, is traveling around Spain with its business, but the most important is not this business, is that all the musicians that you, unfortunately you cannot see because the documentary is more longer, but all the musicians that appears on this documentary are street musicians, and that street musicians needed some dignity, and they needed some good conditions, a good stage, and Walter is giving this to them. So I think that this is the most important.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions for Mr. Arcus? Anyone? Anybody? I got some questions, if I may. Okay, do you think it's possible to run a big concert using PV panels?
Yes, it's possible. Actually, we have one of the documentaries made by the Rai Television that shows and demonstrates that it's possible. It's possible with people with talent and a different culture about energy, and of course, and the audience is the king.
Indeed. Do you think youngsters are more involved in that kind of project? You know?
Well, honestly, I think that young people are like all the people. When they go to a concert, they want to. The first thing that they want is to have fun. But I must say that when they go on this kind of concerts, sustainable concerts, unplugged to the grid, there is a quick reaction about them, about the essence of these concerts, and there is a great participation made by them for the creating energy for the stage. So there's an anthroposynergy about the audience and the artists.
Thank you very much. Give him a big clap, please. That was Mr. Arcas. Thank you. It's time to move on to the second documentary called Garbage Alchemist. But first of all, I got a question. What would you do when your sofa is old? Or what would you do if you had no sofa at all? What would you do?
My sofa. Well, I have a very old sofa. It's from the 80s, and I still use it. So
that's an option. That's an option. Well, normally you would go to a furniture shop and buy a new one, all right? But not in Greece, and it's not because of the crisis. It's because many youngsters are really, really smart. I suggest we watch documentaries for 5 minutes.
Φέρει και αυτό. Να το. Αυτό μπορούμε να το κάνουμε. Κώστα. Ορίστε. Ωραίο. Φωτιστικό,
Η σκούπα είναι μια ιδέα η οποία ξεκίνησε από τον προσωπικό τρόπο ζωής μας. Να βρίσκουμε πράγματα τα οποία θα πήγαιναν για πέταμα και να τους αλλάζουμε χρήση. Να τα κάνουμε χρηστικά αντικείμενα που να μπορούν να χρησιμοποιηθούν από όλους, να είναι αντικείμενα με design, να είναι έξυπνα και πάνω απ' όλα να κάνουμε αυτό που μας αρέσει σε αυτό που βρίσκουμε.
Τώρα η ιδέα της σκούπας προέκυψε από την αναζήτησή μου για νέα υλικά και από την οικολογική μου γενικά ευαισθησία. Είδα ότι υλικά τα οποία πετιούνται μπορούν να επαναχρησιμοποιηθούν και να γίνουν ωραία χρηστικά αντικείμενα.
Εγώ έφτιαχνα γενικώς, είχα με αυτήν την αισθητική, σίδερα, μπουκάλια, φωτιστικά και μπήκε όλο αυτό μέσα σαν συνεργασία μεταξύ μας να κάνουμε την ομάδα σκούπα και το θεωρήσαμε όλοι μαζί πολύ καλή ιδέα.
Με τα παιδιά εδώ και 1 χρόνο, 1,5 δουλεύουμε παρέα. Μαζεύουμε πράγματα από τα σκουπίδια, τα μεταποιούμε, τα αλλάζουμε μορφή και ιδιότητα. Αυτά.
Το upcycling είναι μια παλιά ιστορία. Υπήρχε σίγουρα από πολύ παλιά. Θυμάμαι να κόβουν τα βαρέλια και να ψήνουν τα αρνιά μέσα. Πού είναι upcycling αυτό, γιατί όχι. Θυμάμαι τη γιαγιά μου με τις φίλες τους να κόβουν σακούλες και να πλέκουνε πατάκια. Θυμάμαι πολλά πράγματα που κάνανε στα χωριά οι μεγαλύτεροι που σήμερα ξαναγυρνάμε εκεί. Και το χαιρόμαστε σαν κάτι καινούριο, το οποίο φυσικά και δεν είναι.
Είναι κάτι το οποίο, σαν όρο, μπορούμε να το πούμε σαν αναβαθμιστική ανακύκλωση. Για το λόγο ότι δεν παίρνουμε τα μεταλλικά βαρέλια, τα λιώνουμε, τα κάνουμε μέταλλο και από αυτά φτιάχνουμε κάτι άλλο. Δεν καταναλώνουμε ενέργεια για να το διασπάσουμε μοριακά. Επαναχρησιμοποιούμε την αρχική του μορφή και έχουμε ένα αποτέλεσμα πολύ μοναδικό.
A big clap for Elena Megalou, project manager and executive producer for CTI Greece. You can come over here.
Just using these breakthroughs such as the lithium polymer batteries, which are not expensive and good for thousands of recharge cycles, very high power, lightweight. That's a big breakthrough. Also these silicon solar cells, which are these are not made for satellites, these are made for house rooftops.
Ogljikov dioksid, dušikov oksid in vodna para. To so trije glavni krivci za onesnaževanje. Letalski promet prispeva približno 3,5% vseh toplogrednih plinov, ki jih povzroča človek. Poglejmo primer. Potnik, ki leti od Ljubljane do Prage in nazaj, prispeva kar 340 kg izpustov CO2. Ravno toliko jih na primer v enem letu povzroči tudi povprečni gledalec televizije, ki se napaja iz električnega omrežja.
Za solarno letalo rabimo sončno celico kot glavni vir energije, motorček in eliso, ki nam bo pravzaprav poganjala solarno letalo, regulator, ki nam bo odvečno napetost reguliral glede na potrebe motorčka, da ga ne bomo skurali, in pa baterijo, ki nam bo shranjevala tisto odvečno energijo.
One of my favorite features is I made these large windows that I can open while I'm flying, and you can just smell and even taste where you are. It's really wonderful to be able to have the fresh air and the view for photography. But this airplane is meant to be a three-way hybrid. It's battery powered for takeoff, which it can take off and climb for 20 minutes, and then it needs to change over to solar power just flying horizontally, or what I prefer to do is close the propeller, turn off the motor, and fly it as a glider. And the motor is very, very quiet and non-polluting, so we're not disturbing anyone. The birds don't get frightened away. The motor.
Ko bo Sunseeker Duo narejen, ga bo skupaj z Erikom pilotirala tudi Irena Raymond.
Ko boste spajali celice v te dolge nize in potem delali panele, pa je pomembno, da so celice pravilno obrnjene in tudi, da so natančno spojene.
To so sončne celice. Sončne celice imajo dve plasti, pozitivno in negativno. Glavni sestavni del sončnih celic je silicij, kemijski element, ki ima med atomskim jedrom in elektroni zelo šibke vezi. Ko na silicij pade energija sonca oziroma fotoni, ti zbijajo vezi med atomskim jedrom in elektroni. Na ta način med obema plastema nastane razlika v potencialu, kar pomeni, da je na eni strani celice višja napetost kot na drugi. Ker gredo elektroni lahko samo v eno smer in ker težijo k temu, da bi se potencial izenačil, morajo ti elektroni potovati preko električnega porabnika do druge plasti. Tak električni porabnik je elektromotor. To gibanje elektronov imenujemo električna energija. Ta začne poganjati motor in letalo vzleti.
Toliko moramo poganjati za 50 vatov energije.
Please welcome Natalia Gajcek, Project Manager, RTVSLO, to talk about this documentary, which was really interesting. Well, thank you, Natalia. Do you have anything to say about this documentary?
So yes, for students of middle school of electrotechnic, construct a solar plant or a model and try to run a record, national record. We, RTVSLO, we follow them through all those phases to the end, to the final and big event for them. And yeah, they managed to, and we have now a new record. It's 11 minutes and 15 seconds. It doesn't sound a lot, but you know, brother who start to flight have like 13 seconds, so yes.
Whoa, that deserves a big clap. Do you have any questions for Natalia? Yes, there is one over here.
Why those 4 boys? I mean, why not 10 or 20? Or how did they come there? The boys, the 4 in the video?
Like I said, they are students of electrotechnics, and they just have an idea and let's do this. Let's break a record. Yeah, and they are like very inspired. I'm for sure they're applying now to the college, and they all want to stay in the field of science. They're like going to study engineering, ecological too, and yeah.
Thank you very much. Another question? Yes, over there. What's your question?
This. Do you know or if they are going to keep doing these kind of things? Because I think it's an interesting idea and they have talent.
Natalia?
Like already said, they are going to studies in these fields. I'm not sure if they're going to construct another plane to do it again, but hope so, because things like those are big steps in a way of flying, a way of to do it in commercial ways.
Well, good luck to them, and thank you very much. A big clap for Natalia. Well, now, if you remember last summer in London, there were the Olympic Games, right? They were meant to be the most sustainable Olympic Games ever in history. But maybe the one organized in the ancient times had less CO2 with no cars, no planes and stuff, right? But surely a group of young students helped a big design studio to make them more environmentally friendly. And let's see how with this documentary picture of Olympic Stadium.
Watford Grammar School, a team of students are researching the part recycling played in the 2012 London Olympics. The flagship building is the main stadium for what is claimed to be the greenest, most sustainable games ever.
And we were wondering if you could help us make something recycled of our own.
So if we're using this wood from demolition sites in London, what are the energy benefits?
For these students, this is an important piece of the big green message from the Games. Be more sustainable by recycling, saving energy by using things again.
Colour of the future.
But what can they learn from the Games to make their own lives more sustainable? And can they actually create their own recycled product to add to the Olympic part and become part of the Green Games success story?
They really have completely transformed the capital. In 2012, the Games came to London.
Well, there's an iPad and some drinks cans.
What are the cans for?
For this team of students from Watford Grammar School, just north of London, their school day has just finished.
Let's see what we're stuck with now.
They're all studying science and mathematics, and they're about to be presented with their big Olympic challenge. Their mission is all about recycling, but it's going to be rather more exciting than just adding more cans.
I'll watch a video. No?
Yeah,
yes? Yeah, there's one on there.
Got it.
They're going to meet one of the architects of the Olympic Stadium.
Well, our approach to building the Olympic Stadium was to make the building as recyclable as possible. And to do that, you don't just use recycled materials, you actually look at the building itself and see how we can make components of that building recyclable. So what we'd like you guys to do is come into our office in Populous and see if you can design a part of the building yourselves and see if you can make that bit as recyclable as possible too.
The team has come to Populous, the architects that designed the London Olympic Stadium.
These struts which hold up the roof, are these made out of recycled materials? Is that what makes it so green?
I mean, the compression truss itself is made out of gas pipeline stock of tubular steel. And we use elements that maybe were assigned for being used in different buildings or different tasks and then incorporate them within the building itself.
So what type of things are held in the pods and why are they so sustainable?
The idea here is that if you were to build these pods into the building itself, you'd add a lot of weight to the building itself would just grow and get exponentially bigger. So what we're able to do here is basically create these pods and use them basically for the games itself. So when you have 80,000 people here, you have a certain number of pods. When we reduce the scale of the building later, those pods disappear and the building drops in size and scale. You can take these pods and you can basically start locating them all around the country so they can become these little memories of the games. Right guys, well what we're going to do now, we're going to get some of you to see if you can recreate one of these pods or your own version of the pod on the CAD system that we run here. And then the other half of you are going to see if you can build a piece of completely recyclable street furniture that will be used around the stadium island.
So, next stop for 3 of the team is a cafe made from old shipping containers and overlooking the Olympic Stadium. They are here to meet Rick Levine, the inspiration behind Furniture on the Street.
Hi guys, I'm Rick Levine. What can I do for you?
Yeah, well, we've just come from the architect's office where we've learned about how sustainable the Olympics are going to be, and we were wondering if you could help us make something recycled of our own.
Okay.
Rick and the team take a look at some of the recycled benches he's built for the view tube.
The great thing about it is you won't find anything like this in any other streets in London.
Back at Populous, the other 3 members of the team are playing around with more high-tech sustainable ideas.
So what would these pods be used for?
We were really intending them to be sent around the country, to be used in schools, maybe for sporting facilities.
Inspired, the 2 teams come together with Rick
We could
and
use
one of their
that.
maths teachers. Time for them to get into some real energy-saving discussions.
Here's a sample of the wood that was used to make the pentagonal bench that you saw before. So if we're using this wood from demolition sites in London, what are the energy benefits, do you think?
When fewer trees are cut down, there'll be more carbon dioxide absorption, so less climate change due to carbon dioxide.
Very good, guys.
Well, you've got the cost of importing the wood from wherever it came from.
Okay, so using this type of wood, which has been reclaimed for building the furniture that you're going to design, saves an incredible amount of energy.
So let's think about the amount of energy we can save if we recycle something tangible, this drinks can. 15 kilowatt hours will give you 1 kilogram of aluminium.
So how many grams of aluminium are needed for 1 can?
15 grams. And then we're going to look at how much energy we need to make a new can from a recycled can, which I think is 5% of that energy requirement.
I think that means that if all the secondary schools in the UK recycled all of the aluminium cans used in them for 1 year, it would save around £10 million in electricity. Is that right?
That's right.
Right, please welcome Stephen Wilkinson, project manager and executive producer from Brooklapping Production Company in England.
You want some thoughts? I think the wonderful thing about filmmaking is that you can create new opportunities, so you don't have to always take reality. So here in London, we had the tremendous opportunity of joining these young students with one of the big sustainable projects in the world probably last year. And that's what a film does. What you can do is give them a small personal project. They were about to build a small item of furniture, which is still there next to the Olympic Stadium. I think we should put an EBITS badge on it or something. We should remember it. But equally, they were involved with Populous, who are the stadium builders in the world. So I think joining people together in that way allows them to be passionate and inspired by big projects, but also getting their hands dirty themselves.
Thank you very much. Well, do you guys have any questions for Mr. Wilkinson? Don't leave, stay here, because we got questions. Any questions? Yes, over here.
My question is, do we know how much CO2 was saved in the Olympic Games? Do we have figures?
It's a very interesting question because CO2 was saved, but they also made more than they expected because it was very successful. But the actual Olympic Stadium and the Aquatic Centre, where they recycled the steel and the concrete, which was from waste, was actually saving 70,000 tons of CO2. And overall, the Olympics saved 400,000 tons against what it would have done. However, they broke even because they were so successful and there were so many people coming to the Games that there was actually twice as much carbon used because of transport and the popularity. So in the end, the carbon savings and the success of the Games, which I'm from London, so I'm just going to keep saying, actually averaged out okay.
Thank you very much. That deserves a big clap indeed. Well, now I take advantage of Mr. Wilkinson being here to ask you all a little riddle, all right? If my father is a documentary and my mother is a website, who am I? My father is a documentary, my mom is a website. Who do you think I am? Any idea? Maybe I should come over here somewhere. Do you have any idea?
No.
No idea? Mister?
A webinar?
No. The answer is a interactive web documentary. Of course. Did you know that?
I did, and having made it, I would say that actually making interactive documentaries is like producing lots of children rather than the adults, because it's quite a monster of a project. You're trying to create lots of grains of things, grains of ideas that come together into something that is complete, but gives lots of viewpoints. So do you want to have a look? Should we look at what the iDoc is now? Should we do that? So first of all, so basically what we created was actually a series of stories from students and young people around Europe that are brought together in this kind of granular way that you can then meander through, you can pick up different stories, you can join it together in different ways. And the key thing about the interactive documentary was that it is all about young people. So this was getting their stories. We even went one step further. It was all shots, directed, and edited, and the graphics by young people. So what you see here is by young people, for young people. And we'll show you some of the little stories, if I can kind of find a way through it. I think, if we go, well, let's introduce you to the first young from Belgium. So we went to 3 countries. We went to Slovenia, Italy, Belgium, England. And you can find out about Samuel.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Samuel. Je suis un peu différent des autres élèves. Parce que moi, je ne me lève pas avec mon réveil, c'est mon corps qui me réveille. Après, quand je vais pas comme tous les autres élèves en bus ou en voiture, à l'école, je prends mon vélo, ça me permet de me réveiller. C'est vraiment chouette.
And we meet other students as well. So you can get the idea, we get a range of students, a range of stories. We can travel to Italy. If I get the mouse to work. And again, working with young people on putting this together, you start to get something that really appeals to young people because it actually talks, has their music, it has their voices. And I think it's getting the voice of young people into these documentaries that's absolutely key in all of this. So here are their voices.
Siamo venuti per immaginare e visionare una città più verde ed ecosostenibile. Questi sono i miei compagni di avventura.
Abbiamo tantissime idee che spero siano fattibili per una Roma più nuova ed ecosostenibile.
Speriamo inoltre di essere di esempio per la nostra generazione e per quelle che verranno e quindi speriamo che le nostre idee possano riuscire.
Se mettessimo delle macchine del riciclaggio là che ogni volta che metti un riciclabile ti tornano indietro dei soldi, sicuramente tutti saremo più incentivati.
Come questo, ce ne sono in Roma tantissime di fontanelle che non hanno il rubinetto. Per cui cosa succede? Che l'acqua continua a fluire senza fermarsi, quindi con uno spreco enorme di acqua e quindi di energia. Questa è una nostra idea.
And we have to show you what the Belgian students thought as well. So we had some 14 and 15-year-olds. Oh, I hit the wrong one. So again, you can come through.
Well, a lot of the time we've got the blinds closed and the lights on.
So we also did a vox pop. We walked around Europe and talked to different people.
I guess we could probably just switch off the lights. You go into any room, they will be on. And it's not very difficult. As you leave, it's a switch.
I think a straightforward idea would be for people just to turn off computer systems and so on when they aren't using them. A more crazy idea would be to rig up the bicycle machines in the gym to generate some extra power.
My name is Christine Domino and I work at the Institut Sainte-Anne in Florence. In my personal life right now we're building a house. In the process of building a house we had to think a lot about energy and what kind of house we wanted, especially since we have 2 young kids. We want to have a house that is going to be very efficient in the future for them and respectful of environment. So even though it's an issue that is important in my own life right now, energy, it's not something that we talk a lot at school. I gave my students the assignment to create a diary. They illustrated it. This project was a way for me to think about it with my students. What is energy and what will we change for the future?
Donc pour mon projet, moi j'ai choisi de faire l'histoire d'un homme qui était perdu dans la forêt amazonienne. Donc j'ai réalisé un petit bricolage et donc on voit une noix de coco qui représente la planète Terre. Juste au-dessus, il y a les arbres qui représentent juste la forêt amazonienne, comme si un peu c'était la seule forêt au monde et c'est la plus grande.
Je m'appelle Yael. Dans mon journal intime, j'ai voulu montrer un village en Allemagne où les gens vivent dans des maisons écologiques les uns à côté des autres et ils ont tous un potager commun pour toutes les maisons qui sont là. Ils ont chauffé l'eau, ils ont un poêle commun. La plupart des gens sont contents parce que ils peuvent économiser, etc. Mais il y a des gens qui râlent parce qu'ils n'ont pas assez d'eau, parce qu'ils n'ont pas assez d'électricité. Au niveau de l'électricité, essayer de trouver des moyens qui ne coûtent pas cher, et tout ce qui est écologique, etc. Pour essayer de sauver un peu ce qui reste de la planète. Je pense qu'il y aura beaucoup d'habitations comme ça, que les gens, qu'il y aura toujours la crise et que les gens essayeront d'économiser comme ils peuvent, qu'il va y avoir de plus en plus de choses en communauté, etc. Et que on va aller de plus en plus vers des trucs écologiques, etc.
So you can see the idea that we had, which was to use the ideas of the students, even when they were doing their own project with their own artwork. We would then take it into the studio and then bring it to life, and they were producing the designs, the graphics, etc. And yeah, that gives you an idea. You can go back and follow more of Samuel's life. You can go and see what the English students were doing. And there's more of the Belgian students, some wonderful ones as well. It's an interesting journey putting together interactive documentary because it never finishes, but it allows people, I think, to have their say in their own particular way without being forced into the original or the conventions we've used in the other documentaries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilkinson. So, if I understand well, what you did is actually transforming the viewer into the maker. That's it.
It's an interesting mix of, we could add, as you get the drop-down chapters, you can now add more chapters. What we'd like to do, if we had some of the funds, is we could add Have Your Say as another chapter. So you could start to mix in some of the great films here into this structure. Because when you have this structure that is about young people and ideas, it coalesces automatically. It doesn't matter. You can talk about a coconut becoming the Amazon rainforest. You can talk about a university project. It all works.
Thank you very much. A big clap for Mr. Stephen Wilkinson. And now, the even more challenging part of this project. We launched a huge video competition all around Europe, right? And we've asked young students to create short videos about their vision on energy issues. And first, we didn't know what would happen if young people would answer or not. But actually, yes, that was a big success. And thanks to all of you, youngsters, thank you for being here and thank you for participating in this project. So I would like to call Grigoris Papagiannis to tell us more about it. A big clap for him, please.
Thank you, Julie. Hello, everyone. Well, the Have Your Say is one of the 4 pillars of the Energy EBITS project. It's actually a big European competition for youngsters, young students in Europe between the ages of 11 to 18. Between October 2012 and April 15, 2013, we launched the competition. We had the Have Your Say web portal with a lot of supporting material, both scientific and artistic, for the students to visit it and get ideas on how to produce their own videos about energy efficiency, renewables, energy saving, everything that they would like to tell us about. We launched a big campaign using all social networks, Facebook, Twitter, many presentations, and the result was almost 250 videos from all partner countries. They are videos that were really excellent in contents, in ideas, and in quality. All these videos have been extensively evaluated by local juries and by a global jury that was in which one representative from each partner was participating. And believe me, it was very difficult to find the best. But the 3 winners have been selected, and they are here to be presented to you right now. And they are not only the titles and the videos, but also the producers, the directors, the actors, all students, together with their tutors, ready to come here in front of you. So we got 3 different categories. The first category belongs to the best scientific content. The second one is the best original idea. And the third one is not selected by the jury, it is selected by the audience. It is the video that had the most likes in the Energy Beats YouTube channel, as counted on May 15th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Central European Time. So it's the audience award. So I don't know if being here, I can present at least the first one. Okay, category 1, best scientific content. And the prize goes to Germany for the video Born for Solar Energy. Enjoy it.
Du, Papa, warum gibt es mich eigentlich?
Ja, also die Erde wird immer wärmer, weil die Menschen bei der Energiegewinnung zu viele Treibhausgase ausstoßen.
Und mache ich das auch?
Eben nicht. Deswegen haben wir ja dich entwickelt.
Und wie habt ihr das gemacht?
Du bestehst aus 2 Glasplatten. Als erstes haben wir Titandioxid auf eine deiner Glasplatten aufgestrichen.
Danach haben wir dir einen Farbstoff gegeben, damit du Sonnenlicht aufnehmen und daraus Energie produzieren kannst.
Das sieht aber lustig aus.
Mit Kohlenstoff haben wir deine zweite Glasplatte beschichtet und dich zusammengesetzt.
Ah, deswegen bin ich jetzt schwarz.
Um zu sehen, wie gut du funktionierst, haben wir deine Stromstärke, Spannung und Temperatur gemessen.
Mein Tag war genial. Ich habe die ganze Zeit auf dem Dach abgehangen. Ich will auch mal aufs Dach.
Bald. Bald darfst du an noch viel schönere Orte.
Weil du so flexibel und leicht bist, kannst du auf Autos durch die Gegend rasen, wenn du groß bist.
Hallo, Schwesterchen. Schau mal, wo ich jetzt bin. Hallo.
Wir werden dich durchsichtig machen, damit du sogar auch Handy-Displays kannst.
Ja, hallo?
Und auf alle Glasflächen.
Ja, genau, um 2 im Café. Ja, dann kann ich dir auch mein neues Handy zeigen. Und weißt du, was das Beste ist? Ich muss es nie wieder laden.
Du wirst einmal einen wichtigen Beitrag zur Energieversorgung an Orten leisten, an denen deine Schwester nicht sein kann.
Das sind ja tolle Aussichten.
Und du und deine Schwester, ihr seid ja nicht alleine als erneuerbare Energiequellen.
Es gibt ja auch noch die Wasserkraftwerke und die Windräder.
Biogasanlagen, Geothermiekraftwerke und andere Solarzellentypen, die euch alle helfen werden.
2050 100% erneuerbare Energien.
I hope that you liked it as much as we liked it. And here we have one of the stars, Antonia from Neue Nikolai Schule from Leipzig, Germany. Antonia, please. And also the tutor of the team, which is Yvonne. Yvonne.
Congratulations to Germany! You can be proud of yourself. Congrats. Well, I've got some questions for you then. What would you like to say about that? Nice news.
Yes, it's great because it has the video makes so much fun, and then we get the prize for that. It's amazing.
And did you expect that?
No, actually not. So I'm really happy and surprised, and thank you all for being here.
Do you think it's worth convincing your parents to get solar energy just like you did in the video?
We live in a house, and so it's not worth, but it's a project to convince them.
Do you agree, I guess?
Well, I haven't convinced my parents yet. I will try. I don't think that I will be successful.
What can the European Commission do for you now you won the prize?
Yes, to give money to such other projects and to be active and not too much talking, be active.
Congratulations! A big clap for Germany! That was the first category, Best Scientific Video. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now let's move on to the second one. We've got many awards to give tonight. So category number 2 is Best Original Video, and for this I call Luciano Di Melle. Thank you, Luciano.
Yes. Best Original Idea goes through to the Greece. And I call the school that win this. We can read the motivation because they produce a very original video. The video represents the full spirit of Energy Beats made by youngsters for youngsters. It has a very bright approach to scientific issues. The style is fresh, creative, and the message is clear. The idea of the setting drawn on a school board and the student performance strongly support the presentation of the contents, providing direct awareness of the behavior change. The video has a solid scientific background and combined with a strong originality and irony. The students and professor engagement is fully recognized. So you can come here to receive the prize. We can see the video first? Okay.
Yeah, first, let's watch the video, and afterwards you can get a prize, of course.
Θέλετε να φάτε ένα σνακ? Ανοίξτε το ψυγείο και να το έχετε ανοιχτό, αρχίστε να φιλοσοφείτε τι σας κάνει όρεξη να φάτε. Και παράλληλα, να δροσίσετε και λίγο, μιας που κάνει τόση ζέστη. Αν ήδη κάνετε τον κόπο να πλύνετε τα πιάτα, μην κάνετε κι άλλο για να λιγοκλίνετε τη βρύση. Αφήστε άφθονο στο νερό να τρέχει όσο τα πλένετε. Θέλετε να βράσετε ένα αυγό? Βάλτε το μπρίκι στο μεγαλύτερο μάτι της κουζίνας και σπαταλίστε ένα άφοβα. Η αγαπημένη σας σακέτα είναι στάπητα και θέλετε να τη φορέσετε οπωσδήποτε σήμερα. Απλούστατα τη βάζετε μόνη της στο πλυντήριο. Βαριέστε να ανοίγετε μπατζούκια και κουρτίνες. Ανάψτε τα φώτα και αφήστε τα ανοιχτά όλη μέρα. Χειμώνα καλοκαίρι. Έχετε βαρεθεί το χειμώνα και το κρύο? Μετατρέψτε το σαλόνι σε τροπικό παράδεισο, ρυθμίζοντας το θερμοστάτ και το καλοριφέρ στο φούρ. Φορέστε το μαγιό σας, ενώ εξοκάνει το κρύο της αρκούδας. Είστε ξαπλωμένοι στον καναπέ με αναμένες όλες τις ηλεκτρικές συσκευές, έτοιμοι να κοιμηθείτε και βαριέστε να τις σβήσετε? Αφήστε τις όλες ανοιχτές και απολαύστε τον ύπνο σας. Βαριέστε να πάτε με τα πόδια στο διπλανό περίπτερο? Μπείτε στο αυτοκίνητό σας και ξεκινήστε. Όταν φτάσετε, αφήστε τη μηχανή αναμένη μέχρι να ψωνίσετε. Γιατί μετά την ξανανάβετε. Φύτα στο μπαλκόνι, την αυλή την ταράτσα. Απαπα, ποτίσματα έντομα, να σας λείπει το βύσινο. Κάνατε πάρτι. Γιατί να ανακυκλώσετε τα κουτάκια αλουμινίου, δεν βαριέστε, πετάξτε το στον δρόμο. Τελευταία ανακοίνωση για πλανήτη Γνου. Παρακαλούνται όλοι οι επιβάτες να προσέλθουν στο διαστημόπλαιο.
That was the best original video, Change Habits or Change Planet, Greece. I guess you can get your prize, it's your award from Luciano Di Melle. Greece, congratulations, come over here. Would you like to say something?
First of all, we would like to thank you for the organization of this contest and for the award. Our aim is to show that we need to change everyday behavior. If every one of us does small things, we can make a big change so that we won't have to change the planet in the near future. Thank you.
So I guess it means that you change your habits since the video, right?
Yes, change habits or change planet.
That's just great. Do you have anything to say to the European Commission?
You can fund a similar contest because learning in this way can be fun. It's not just boring homework. And young people can express themselves in a creative way.
Thank you very much. A big clap for Greece. That's very nice. Thank you very much. That was category number 2, Best Original Video. Thank you. You can go back to your seat. And now it's time for the third category, Public Award Best YouTube Audience. And for this, I call Felice Gasperoni. A big clap for him, please.
Hello, everybody. It's really a pleasure for me to present this category because it's a category that is linked with the public. And as a broadcaster, as a producer, as a journalist, I work for the public. So it's really interesting to present this kind of award. So the category is the best, the one that had more likes on the YouTube channel. And it goes to the video cans. And the motivation is the video has been selected by the general public with the highest number of likes received on the YouTube channel of the project, exactly 326 likes on the 15th of May 2013 at 4 p.m. This was the rule, okay? It is actually 1 month after the deadline for submission. So after the deadline, we left 1 month for the viewers, for the users of YouTube to like and to share the videos eventually. So let's watch the video. Congratulations to the authors. Please come up to receive the prize, Michael and his friends. So here's the prize. Congratulations. 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 So, well, you have the opportunity also to say something. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, I don't remember who of us had the idea, but from the beginning, we all love it, and we started to meet with the group during a few days, and then we used a full weekend to film it, but it was really difficult.
What was difficult?
Because there were things that were not planned, and it was difficult to manage everything. Yeah.
And the soundtrack, actually, of the video, you will hear it maybe after during the cocktail, because one of them is able to play it. Did you create it, or was it something else? Can you tell us more? Can you tell us more about this?
Since the start, we already knew how we wanted the short exactly to be, and therefore we knew that we needed we needed the music exactly to be in a way, and we needed it to transmit the feeling that the short itself transmits. And since I have been studying music for some years, I decided I could try to make it by myself, and I think the result wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. And one last question, maybe. You have also the opportunity to say something to the European Commission. So, as young people, what would you like to say?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that this kind of events, these kind of events are a really good way to make people aware. How do we need to change our minds? How do we need to use more renewable energies? And I would encourage the European Commission to keep celebrating these kind of things, because it's really important. If we don't want to change the planet, we have to change our minds, and that's the way.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations, thank you, Felice. And I guess the last word comes to Daniela Melandri. A big clap for her, please.
Well, thank you, Julie. And actually, the biggest claps goes to them. We enjoy, all of us, we enjoy so much working with you. It was a pleasure for us working with you. And I think the success of this last part of the project really transmit the feeling that the entire consortium had during these 2 years of work. And it was so good. I'm pretty sure that all of us share really the passion of working with youngsters and the results of this project. Let me please thank even Manage Energy for supporting this event. This event is supported by Manage Energy. And of course, our thanks to the Intelligent Energy Europe program, who believe in this project. And let me say one thing about this project and the relationship with Intelligent and Europe, because I think it's very important just to have a kind of a partnership with the European Commission. And I think this project really proved that we were working together on one single objective, which was energy issues, renewables, and youngsters. And I think the results of the project do show this relationship. So thanks again. The last thanks, I'm sorry for all this thank you, but I think this is my role actually, goes to the consortium. It has been an amazing, amazing consortium. I don't know how to express the thanks to all of you for all these 2 years. And actually coordinating such a consortium is really easy, and that's been the easiest coordination I have been facing. So thanks so much, and thanks to Tiziana. Just let me thank her because she is my assistant, and without her, nothing of this could have been. So now, Julie, the last thanks. goes to you. And to our mascot, let me introduce you our mascot, who called Daddy for the entire night, for the entire event. Giulio, would you like to come here? Yes. He was born with Energy Bits, and his name is Giulio, and he has the Energy Bits t-shirt. Okay. So Energy Bits, it's at the end of the formal project within the Intelligent Energy Europe program. We really do hope, and actually from the previous meeting we had 2 days ago, we agree we are not going to stop over here. We are going to do something more. So we really hope to have further things to tell you, further videos, more challenges with kids. Hi, Giulio. You want to do a video for us? Okay, thanks very much for being here. Babu, yes, Daddy does your video. He's Okay, thanks to all of you once again. Now we have a small cocktail. So if you want to stay here for the cocktail, I think we actually deserve it. I know you stay here all this time because of this. And so just, again, thanks very much, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, everybody. And now let's enjoy a nice cocktail. That was Energy Bits. Thank you very much.